get the kingdom of heaven? What do you got to do to get the kingdom of heaven? Now, my question to you is, when are you coming to the school, Shamar? Now, and you remember you said to keep the commandments of God. Is it a commandment to keep the Sabbath day?
6 days shall work be done.
That's Sunday to Friday is 6 days. Watch this.
But the 7th day is the Sabbath of rest.
All praises, you understand?
And holy convocation.
What is a holy convocation?
Not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together.
But if you keep God's commandments and have faith in Him, the Lord is going to deal with you. He's going to have the grace and mercy. Sirach, or that's what you're going to? All right. Hey, I'm Silas, man. What's your name? Shamar. I like that name. What that name mean? To guard. All praise to the Most High. So, which do you think you should be guarding?
Following the commandments in Deuteronomy.
Okay. I like those answers. Okay, so, all right, now watch this. Now we're going to kind of switch gears just a little bit, but we are going to deal with, well, before I say that, how do we get the kingdom of heaven? What do you got to do to get the kingdom of heaven?
You're going to learn today.
You got to follow the commandments. I like that. I figured you would say that. All right, now, what's your nationality according to the Bible? Israelite. How long have you been knowing?
Not that long. I had met one of your brothers.
Okay. 6 months, 7 months, 1 year, 2 years.
Less than a year.
Less than a year. Okay. So after you discoursed with him, did you maybe go online and start watching more and learning more? Or it was just that encounter that you had with him where you learned?
Father was already leading me to y'all.
Okay.
Met one of the brothers.
Okay.
Online.
Okay.
Watched the videos. Then it was other YouTube channels.
Hebrews 10, 23, or 24. Okay, I like that. So now my question to you is, when are you coming to the school, Shamar? Now, and you remember you said to keep the commandments of God. Is it a commandment to keep the Sabbath day?
Yeah, today.
Okay. Is it a commandment to exercise that today? Right? So you got to do that, right?
That's how you do it.
How do you keep the Sabbath day?
Now, that was one of the questions, like I was like when I'm at work, I think to myself, like it's called work,
Okay. We're going to deal with that. I'm going to show you a few bulletins on how you can keep the Sabbath day rightfully moving forward, okay? That's why we out here. We're going to teach repentance. Exodus, where you at?
I was going to go to Hebrews 10.
Yep, you got that held. Let's go to Leviticus 23. We want Leviticus 23. I know you observe. I know you working, so you keep an eye on what you need to keep an eye on.
I came from where I was at because I heard it.
Oh, praise to the Most High. Appreciate you coming out here, Brother Shamar. Leviticus 23 dealing with the Sabbath.
Yes, sir.
All right. Watch this. I'm about to show you something very profound according to the Sabbath day and how we should be moving and observing this day. All right.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 23 and verse 3. 6 days shall ye work. 6 days shall work be done.
That's Sunday to Friday is 6 days. Watch this.
But the 7th day is the Sabbath of rest.
All praises. You understand that today is supposed to be your day of rest. That part you understand. Read.
The 7th day is a Sabbath of rest and holy convocation.
That's the part I want to deal with, okay? Now, it also said rest, so you ain't supposed to be working on this day. You understand that? We're going to deal with that too as well. Right now, we're going to deal with convocation. All right. Now, it says a holy what?
And holy convocation.
What is a holy convocation? Hebrews. We're going to show you. Watch this.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 10, verse 25. Not forsaken, verse 24. And let us consider one another.
It says, let us consider one another, Shamar. Watch this.
Let us consider one another to provoke unto love and to good works.
It says we should provoke one another to love and to good works. The good works is keeping the commandments, i.e. keeping the Sabbath day. So I'm supposed to be provoking you say, hey, brother, come with us. The school is going to be open today at 12 o'clock. Come keep the Sabbath day with us. Watch this. Read.
Excuse me. Not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together.
It says not forsaking the assembly of ourselves together. Holy convocation goes into assembling together on the Lord's Sabbath day. That's another example of how to keep the Sabbath day. We understand that it's on the 7th day of the week. Now we understand we're supposed to come together. Now let's go to Exodus 20 and 8. Now we're going to see what you can do. It was a little bit more on Hebrews, huh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we're going to read the last part of Hebrews.
Not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together, as the manner of some is.
It says, don't be, what? Read it again.
As the manner of some is.
Because some people, they refuse to come and keep God's Sabbath day with the rest of the body. You understand? Right. So that's why it's saying right here, don't be like them. Come together and keep the Sabbath day. Why? Because this is the keys to eternal life. If you start to exercise these things. You're about to say something. What you about to say?
This is, I was just reading Deuteronomy.
All praises.
I was just reading Deuteronomy.
I'm gonna hold it for you.
Oh, I was just reading Deuteronomy, reading the law, and I was at a part to where with Moses saying he can't bear everyone.
Okay.
And he appointed leaders of the tribes over bands of thousands, hundreds,
officers, captains.
10 officers, captains. And I thought about y'all.
All praise to the Most High. That's right.
Then I'm at work in the golf cart, I heard.
All praises. Proverbs 20 and 24. Hey, I like that. I'm gonna show you that in the Bible. Watch this. I like what you just said.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 20 and verse 24. Chapter 20 and verse 24. Man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way?
It says a man's going everywhere you go. It says it's of the Lord. How could a man understand his own way? You don't even understand why you do what you do or why you end up where you at. That's because God was directing your path the whole entire time. You understand? Whether if it was for good or whether if it was for evil. But right now, he meant it for good. You heard about us, you've been reading about us, and you come outside and you hear the voice of God, and you came out here and listened to it. Hebrews 13 and 7, what he said about the officers and so on and so forth. I'm about to show you the severity of this now, of what you said of reading about officers, captains, and so on and so forth, right? Watch this.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 13, verse 17. Obey them which have rule over you.
It says obey them, meaning be obedient to the officer above you, to the captain above you, okay? The deacon and the bishop. Watch this. Read.
And submit yourselves, for they watch for your soul.
For they watch, we're watching for your souls. The soldiers, the officers, the captains, the deacons, we're watching for your soul. And what we're trying to tell you to do right now, to come keep the Sabbath day. You understand? That is what a real judge of his people is going to do. That is what a real officer, a soldier, deacon, or bishop is going to do if they believe in God. You understand? call themselves a preacher and show up on Sunday and say, give me your tithes and offerings, and everybody go home and watch the game, that is not a judge. That is not an officer. That is not a captain. That is not even a preacher.
Right.
You understand? We are the true preachers and the messengers of God. So, is that it on that?
As they that must give account, that they may do it with joy.
That they must, wait, one moment. All right, try it again.
As they that must give account.
So we have to give an account for your soul. So that is why we're encouraging you, hey brother, come and keep the Sabbath. Because it falls on us if we don't tell you right or wrong. You understand? Now your blood is on our hand. We want our hands to be clean. So that's why we're telling you. And it's on you what you're going to do when you leave here. But now our hands are clean. Say that again. Is it on that?
No, it's a little bit more.
All right.
But that is unprofitable for you.
That's going to be unprofitable for you. You understand? So come and keep the Sabbath. Sirach 5 and 7. Watch this. I'm about to show you something, bro. It's heavy. Watch this. All right.
The book of Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus, chapter 5 and verse 7. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord.
So don't waste no time to turn to the Lord, Shamar. You gotta come. Keep the Sabbath day holy with us, starting today. Watch this.
And put not off day to day.
Don't be saying in your mind, hey, I'm gonna show up tomorrow. I'm gonna show up next week. No. My mom want me to come and help her clean out the garage. You're not even supposed to think about that. You understand? Watch this.
For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth.
It said, quickly, suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth. What's an example of that? Leaving here and getting hit by a car.
Right.
Leaving here and getting shot down.
Right.
You understand? By some ignorant Negro who don't know how to control his anger and quick to pull a gun, and all you told him was, sir, you can't park right here.
Bring
you
it
understand?
out.
But the hatred that we have for one another, he gonna say, nah, I'm about to put him in the dirt. Boom, that's your judgment coming speedily because you neglected to keep God's law, statutes, and commandment. Because in your mind, you thought you had more time to get right. But really, we don't know. We know, but what we do know, the time is short. Watch this, read this.
And in thy security.
In your security, you understand? In your safety, what's going to happen?
Thou shalt be destroyed.
When you think everything is all right, when you got the house that you need, the car that you need, the money that you need, the job that you need, what's going to happen? But you're not keeping God's commandment, what's going to happen?
Thou shalt be destroyed.
Thou shalt be destroyed. You're going to be put to death if you don't. Give me that. Is that it on that? Watch this. You're going to be destroyed. Watch this.
And perish in the day of vengeance.
And perish in it. So even if you don't die today, if you don't die tomorrow, if you live until Christ come, it says in a day of vengeance, you're still going to be destroyed. So it's a lose-lose situation.
Bring it out.
All you can do is keep the commandments, bro, and let the Lord fight for you. That way, on your everyday stroll of life, you ain't got no fear. You know that you die today, you're going to be with the Lord. You understand? And then you're not going to have a guilty conscience thinking, man, you know what, bro? I'm living wrong, man. I hate that if I go to sleep tonight, I might die in my sleep. I know damn well I'm going to burn. You know what I'm saying? For all of you that I've been doing. But if you keep God's commandments and have faith in Him, the Lord is going to deal with you. He's going to have the grace and mercy. Give me that in Ecclesiastes 8 and 11. Is that what I want? Watch this. I'm going to show you the type of spirit that our people have upon them when they think that they have a lot of time to get right with the Lord. You know what I'm saying? And when we think that we have a lot of time to get right with the Lord, this is what the Lord do to us. He'll put us in slavery, captivity. He'll change your names. He'll have your mothers raped and your fathers killed. Watch this.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 8, verse 11. Because sentence against an evil work.
It says, because sentence, meaning a judgment for an evil work, is not what?
Is not executed speedily.
So because someone may go rob a bank and get away with it, and they don't get judgment right away, right, you already know what time it is. Watch this.
Therefore, the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil.
So because he got away, he think what? He can go rob another bank. You understand? And he can go rob another bank after that.
Right.
Because in his mind, he think all he have is time and opportunity. But guess what? Judgment is coming for him.
Right.
Judgment is coming. So, likewise with you, no one understands that killing and disobeying the Sabbath back then had the same exact judgment. When you disobeyed the Sabbath, what happened? You got stoned to death. If you killed someone, what happened? You were put to death. You understand? That is how God worked. But now he gave us grace and mercy to stop killing and to stop profaning the Lord's Sabbath day and come together in El Septimo Dia, in the 7th day, on the Sabbath day, not on Sunday. That was given to us by the devil.
Bring it
you
out.
understand? The Christian church, it's a pagan day. All right, what you holding?
Though a sinner do an evil 100 times, and his days be prolonged.
So a sinner, somebody who's robbing, stealing, committing adultery, sometimes they live a long time. Sometimes they get killed quickly, you know what I'm saying? The wicked of our people, but sometimes they may be doing that 40, 50 years, you know what I'm saying? And people sitting around looking like, dang, how he getting all of these riches and all of this glory like an evil rapper? You understand? He got all of the money and all of the fame, and he made it to the so-called top, but yet you struggling down here trying to keep God's commandments.
And the riches of the earth.
The riches of the earth, that's true. Watch this.
Yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear God, which fear before him.
Exactly. It's going to be well with you that keep the commandments of God. But the people who are prolonging their days while committing wickedness, God has a sword. He has a missile saved for them, reserved for them, that's going to cut off their head with fervent nuclear fire forever. You understand? You don't want that. You do not give me that in Zechariah, where it shows the judgment. Zechariah, what was that, 14? 13 and 12? Right. Watch, I'm going to show you something. This is what's coming to America.
14.
It's going to show you the judgment that is either going to come today in our time or when Christ cracked that sky. God is really serious about this. Watch this.
The book of Zechariah, chapter 13.
14.
14. What verse?
12.
Verse 12. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the...
This is a plague that the Lord is going to use to smite all of who?
All the people that have fought against Jerusalem.
That have fought against Jerusalem. All the other nations and the wicked of our people. Watch this.
Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet.
It says their flesh shall consume away as they stand upon their feet. Your skin, your whole body is just going to decapitate. It's going to be melted away while you standing up. Watch this.
And their eyes shall consume away in their holes.
The eyes shall consume away in their holes. It's going to be burned up with thermonuclear fire. A gun won't do that. You understand? That's going to be the missiles that Russia over there has reserved for the United States of America. That China has reserved for the United States of America. That's going to be the nukes that's going to come over here eventually. Watch this.
And their tongue shall consume away in their mouth.
Bro, your tongue is going to be burnt up. The tongue that you use every day to eat and to talk with is going to be burnt up while you're standing on your feet. That is a great and terrible God who's serious about you keeping his commandments.
Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.
And finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord, his word.